As we approach the end of the Michaelmas term in what has been an extraordinary year, I've been really heartened to see interest from pupils wishing to join the school council from next term. Pupils want to make a difference. They want to continue to add to OLA's story and influence their education and direction, and we certainly want them to be involved. This image shows 6 key features which we feel makes an OLA education unique. These will all feature heavily in the next chapter of our story, one which builds on our existing strengths, but also seeks to develop new opportunities to enhance the OLA experience. Our story is underpinned by 4 clearly defined aims and values: to encourage respect for the worth of the individual and develop self-confidence through a holistic education, to develop independent thinking and a love of learning, to enable all pupils to achieve their full potential, to be the best they can be, and to continue to guide pupils to make informed moral choices. Moving forwards as one school, our staffing structure provides a strong team of talented individuals, there to support OLA pupils in the classroom, in extracurricular activities, and with their pastoral needs. There is much shared thinking between the 2 schools. An OLA education is a combination of different activities across the school whose aims are to add value to all pupils. A fitting analogy here is like the growth rings of a tree. Lessons, progress tracking, and skill development all provide that supportive pillar. The heartwood, or the centre of the tree, represents our value added. Its central position shows the importance we place on adding value to all our pupils. The leaf canopy represents our growth and innovation, both academically and pastorally. As well as the idea of growth and innovation, our vision was also influenced by the idea of the transformative power of individuals. Richard Buckminster Fuller, one of my favourite design scientists, was the brains behind what he called the trim tab principle, an idea which appears to be gaining traction again. Essentially, a trim tab is a miniature rudder connected to a larger rudder of a plane or a ship via a pivot. A trim tab has leverage. A small amount of work applied at just the right place and at just the right time can have a disproportionately large effect. In other words, the little changes count. Now, Buckminster Fuller thought of himself as a human trim tab. Acting as a trim tab, each of us, pupils, teachers, parents, can have an effect on the wider direction, embracing our power as individuals to all make a difference. So we set out to try to create an ambitious, holistic academic and pastoral vision with a focus on thinking and learning and building resilience in our pupils. A plan that would not only serve pupils' present and immediate needs, but also prepare them for the learning of the future. We're calling this vision OLA Pivotal Learning. Now, pivoting has become a bit of a business buzzword in the last 6 months, but our vision is based on a pivot, but in the context of leverage that can be applied to enhance learning. We decided upon 2 key pivots. You can see on the left-hand side we have a responsive pivot. This is our pastoral strand. Keywords here include build confidence, connect the learning, and ignite curiosity. On the right-hand side, we have our thinking pivot, which is an academic strand. Here, the keywords are challenge for all, activate learning, and cognition for learning. In other words, how we think about how we learn. This is a long-term thinking and learning strategy, and we will be honing in on 2 key areas within each strand: buoyancy and challenge for all. And we hope that this will enable us to continue to challenge pupils in the classroom and to develop further resilience in their learning. By focusing on buoyancy, we're seeking to address the emotional and social needs of all our pupils, which is essential to effective learning. And as you can see on this slide, there is plenty to explore here with pupils, staff, and parents. By focusing on challenge for all, we're seeking to lift and enhance the learning of all our pupils. To cite a phrase you may have heard before, a rising tide will lift all ships. Again, on this slide, you can see there's plenty of ideas to develop thinking in the classroom and beyond. So as we grow and innovate within each pivot, we will seek out the best bets for our pupils, tools that are going to suit the needs of all of our pupils. And we'll also look at activities which offer us the greatest leverage on an individual and a collective level. And so as we continue the story together, we hope that by embarking on a pivotal learning journey, it will help pupils to think about how they as individuals can make a difference to their own learning, but also how they can make a difference to the learning of others, focusing on our individual and collective transformative power. One person, one small act of change on a personal and at a community level can enable our pupils to succeed now and in the future. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you have a great weekend and a wonderful Christmas. Thank you.